So we're at the beginning of the month and we're talking about our grocery shopping for this coming October. Now the aim for this is to spend no actual money out of my bank at all for the month of October. And I'll tell you how. If you haven't been here before, I'm Samantha. This is the channel Trying to Get By. We are trying to manage on a limited budget using what we have, using all available resources to be able to fill our cupboards, keep under budget and save lots of money. Now this month we're doing things a bit different because I've managed to, through doing surveys and different things, cashback, etc., get some vouchers. So let me show you what I've got. So I've got my club card vouchers. I have actually spent £4 of this today already. I'll show you in a minute what I got. So I've got £4.50 of club card vouchers. I've got a £50 Asda voucher that I did for doing a medical test where I had to do some swabs for different things and send them off in the post, and they gave me a £50 voucher for doing it. Easy enough, took me like 5 minutes. I've got a £25 Tesco voucher which got from, I do a survey for a company that does it for the Royal Mail, so through Kantar, and basically all as I do is receive mail, log when I receive it, post some things, log when I've posted them, they give me points, the points add up, the points turns into vouchers. We also have a cashback credit card which we pay off in full every month, so everything that we buy out of the house is paid for on the credit card but paid off in full, so we have never paid interest on this and we get points for that. So I have got £25 of John Lewis / Waitrose vouchers. Now these are my emergency vouchers, I'm going to say, in this month. These are the ones that I don't really want to use. I want to try and stick with the Tesco's and the Asda ones. I want to save these for all those nice things that Waitrose does at Christmas. So far £4 spent. And I'll show you what I bought. Quite simply, my £4 was spent on 8 milks. These are 50p a carton. This is the milk I drink. It's comparable to Aldi. They've price matched it. I really like it. It works for me. It's shelf stable as well, so I don't have to fill up the fridge with a load of them. So I just stick these upstairs out of the way and bring down one as and when I need it. I did get a couple of other things today, but they don't count because these are nothing to do with food. I'll explain the other 2 bits in a minute. This is for the dogs, no, for the cats, for the cat litter. Paracetamol, because we have them in, because everybody has paracetamol in, but also the dog takes paracetamol. There is a load of dog food and stuff, but that's in the boot of the car. The reason I've got this is my sister's going on holiday and I just snipped around to help her out, taking her dog to the kennels, and she's like, I've got bread left, do you want it? I was like, well, that can be chucked in the freezer. And she bought these bananas at the weekend, and similar to a bit of trouble I had a couple of months ago of getting some green bananas that just didn't seem to want to ripen, so hopefully these will ripen here. If not, they'll get chucked in the freezer and be used for banana bread. So £4 of vouchers spent so far, no actual money. First acquisition of October, Oleo bread. So these would have been £1 each, so that's £5, then reduced to 50p. I got them for free. 5 loaves of wholemeal thick sliced bread. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chris uses about 3 slices a day for his sandwiches. So that's 5 weeks worth of Chris's bread for his sandwiches. So there's a good start. Before we ended up going to Asda, I did do a quick stop off and picked up an Oleo loaf collection. Couldn't resist these. I know I'd already got those wholemeal ones, but when I saw the seeded, I thought, oh, they're even nicer, so we'll get some of those. So that's pretty much our bread freezer that mostly is bread, and a few other bits and bobs from the garden is full. So I'm not going to be getting any Oleo bread for a little bit. So we have got those. But now on to the Asda haul. So before I went to Asda today, I went online, I went through my cupboards and decided the sorts of things I needed, made a list of the things I needed, then went onto the Asda website and worked out all the prices, so I knew roughly how much I was spending and how much I was have left. for incidentals or if the prices weren't exactly right, etc. So let's go through everything that we have got. So we started off with Chris's sandwich stuff. So we've got 8 packs of that. That's to last for the rest of October. So we should be okay with that. If we do run out, we have got chickpeas, which we can make into chickpea tuna, coronation chickpea, barbecue chickpea. If you've not seen how I do that, I will put a link to that video where I show you how I make all the different sandwich fillings in the description box. So we got 8 tins of chickpeas as well. So that does us for meals, sandwiches, plus the aquafaba for making mayonnaise. We got some noodles. It says chicken, they're not chicken, they're suitable for vegetarians. It says on the back. Let's go, suitable for vegetarians. And sometimes I don't even use the packets. I just use the noodles and then add all my own flavours to it. So we got those. Got some mushrooms. Got some peppers. Now these peppers worked out better because I nipped to the loo in Asda when we got there, and Chris started to go and collect some things, and he saw the price that I'd written down for the peppers was $1.69, and got the sweet peppers, which was a pack of 3 for $1.69, but for the same price you can get this 6-pack. They're not quite as big, but you definitely do get more pepper for your pennies. Then we got some Essentials white potatoes, just bog standard potatoes, do absolutely fine for what we need them. Onions, because it's always good. Nearly every recipe I do starts with an onion. Then we went to the baking section. So I think about all the baking things that I need. So vegetable oil comes in handy for so many things. It goes in the aquafaba mayonnaise that I make, plus I try and use it in recipes in lieu of butter, etc. So I got some sugar to top up, some brown sugar to top up, 2 self-raising flours, 2 plain flours, although that might be the other way around, a bread flour because we use that bread flour for Chris's toast in the morning, and I'll make my raisin toast, or I've actually substituted apples for the raisins. So I'll put a link again to the raisin bread that I've made in the past. But all you have to do is take out the raisins, chop up an apple, add some cinnamon and put that in instead. The reason we're using apple at the moment is because we had an unfortunate incident with a raisin going on the floor and we think Tinkerbell ate it. So we had a bit of a panic that day because raisins and sultanas and things like that can be very deadly for dogs. But we phoned the vet and the vet said, on 1, she should be okay. Just keep an eye on her. So Chris now does not want raisins in his fruit loaf, so has apple instead. Cocoa, just to top up the cupboard. So all in all, this, and a bit of lactose-free milk. Now, I normally wouldn't buy it from Asda or Tesco's because I'd buy it from Lidl because it's a little bit cheaper. But because I'm using vouchers and I don't want to go into Lidl this month, I've had to buy it from there. But it fits in. And it works out free because we had the voucher. So all in all as we had left out of our £50 Asda voucher after we spent all on this cost £49.87. So we had 13p left over. So we did buy some other things while we were in Asda. So the 13p got transferred onto some other stuff because we bought some cat food and a couple of other little bits that we needed for the pets, and a plastic box to go in the boot of the car for all those things that get everywhere in the boot of the car, because we are trying to organise, we are trying to be a bit more conscious on how things that we have, things that we don't need, because we've ended up throwing some things out of the boot as well. But there we go, £49.87, or in this case free because we had a voucher. Right, I'm sorting out my Tesco shop. It's been a bit of a palaver today. Everything's just everything. So let me just go through and I'll explain. So we've run out of decaf tea, so I've got a decaf tea. We need a coffee because Chris has just taken one to work, so we like to have one in. We're topping up a bit of Chris's milk, just drips and drops as we think we're going to need it. Can of mushy peas because I got it for free, and you can make mushy pea curry with that. If you've not seen my video for that, I will pop a link in the description box. Chicken for Archie. Tell you more about that. Archie's not doing very well at all. His leg, so he's got these 2 back legs that are, let me show you him, he's bless him, he's lying down. There he is. So he's got his 2 back legs that have got arthritis in, that he's had that for a few years. The front leg, which is, I always just wrap a tea towel around it just to cover the dressing so it keeps it clean. Say hello. The pee pad's there because just in case. And unfortunately, he seems to have done something with this limb that's not his best. So I don't know whether it's linked to the tumour. I don't know whether he's twisted it or something, but he's not doing very good. He's gone off his food a bit, but he's still loving chicken. So if he wants chicken, he can have as much chicken as he wants. You know, he's 15. He can have whatever he likes. Other thing is, going back in here, and I don't know whether you'll... Oh, sorry, something on the screen there. Anyway, my car's at my sister's. I went to my sister's to go and feed the cat, and after I'd done my shopping, did my dad, sorted it out, went to my sister's, fed the cat, got back in the car. Nothing. How annoying. Had to phone Chris. Chris came and got me in the van. We were going to jump start it, but the car's on a bit of a slope, so we couldn't get the van down the slope properly to try and jump start it. We think it's the starter motor's probably gone because there's literally nothing. It's not even attempting to start. So we need to get that to a garage. Booked the garage for, today's Thursday, for Tuesday. Got to get it to the garage now. So trusty Facebook, gone on my local area group that we have, and I'm searching for recommendations as we speak. So fingers crossed I will be able to have a car some point next week, hopefully. So many things in my brain that I didn't even tell you how much I spent. £5.70, so we've got £19.30 left on our £25 Tesco voucher. Oh, and I have just been to speak to a neighbour, and I have managed to get a truck to get the car from my sister's to the garage on Monday morning so that it's ready for Tuesday, so at least that's sorted. Got a little oleo haul. I got 2 sweetheart cabbages, not had cabbage for ages. I'm thinking of making egg roll in a bowl for tea, not had that for ages either. And I think this has got to be one of the smallest cauliflowers I have seen. It fits in my hands. It's probably not much bigger than, I won't say it, it's not even a, I can't even think about what sort of size that is. Just let me shake that out. Look at the size of that. How many people would that actually feed? That's crazy. That's tiny. But I didn't pay anything for it, so in my book, that's fine. Right, carry on with this free shopping for this month. Rainy day. I managed to go out and come back before it properly kicked back in again. I came out, went out in a bit of a lull, took the dog, went round to a neighbour, a few streets away, who does the oleo, and collected some Warburton's Thins. I love those, they're so nice. Bit of salad, that looks nice and fresh. And some mushrooms, because I'm going to go tonight and we're going to make this mushroom and bean hot pot. I will put it on a What's for Tea video, so watch out for that one. In fact, I think that will be going out, that meal will be going out before you see this, so I'll put a link to it in the description box. Here's a little oleo haul I got today. I got another bread, couldn't help myself. It's we've used up one of these, so it's kind of like replacing one. I got a couple of these easy peelers that look really, really good. A bit of lettuce, which can be thrown on Chrissy's sandwiches. And a bit of chicken. We don't eat chicken, you might have already seen, but I figure if I can get it for free, I can get it for the dogs, and the dogs will love this and eat this today. Back from Thursday shopping, got quite a few different things while I was out doing shopping. Let me tell you what sorts of things I've got. So for the dog, we have got some dog food for the little dog Stinkerbell. We've got some TCP for Archie's leg. We've got chicken also for feeding the dog. We got ourselves some vitamin tablets because we are nearly out of those. Lemonade was on the list. Milk was on the list. Noodles weren't on the list, but I used up the last ones last night. We've been using quite a lot of those noodles because they are so super, super cheap. And we did buy like 10 packs of them when we did Asda, but we've used them all up because we've had them for tea, but I've also been having them for lunch because they're just such a handy thing to throw in a pan and add a bit of nutritional yeast, and it just makes like a cheesy noodle snack. Really tasty. Got some sweets, but we'll be getting the cash back on these. Oh, and they're vegan. Did not know these were vegan. Really happy because I love Parma violets. Anyone else, hit me in the comments if you are a Parma violet fan. Strange flavour, but I really do like them. But we're going to get those for free on the Shopmium app, I think it is. Other thing we bought was I'm going out this weekend to a friend's. We're all bringing some bits and bobs with us. So this is not counted in the food budget because this is in the kind of like entertainment budget, you know, going out budget. So we would normally be going out for something for a meal, but we decided to have an eat-in. So this is just a couple of bits that I'm putting towards that. I'm going to make some focaccia as well. So all in all, the things that came off our shopping budget is the lemonade, the milk and the noodles, which came to £5.90. So we still have £13.40 left off our gift card, ready to spend if we need it. Quick oleo pickup, and if you can get lemons on an oleo, it's always a good thing to have. I love having fresh lemons in if possible. Just don't particularly like paying for them, obviously. So got myself 3 lemons on oleo, so 0 added. So last Tesco shop of the month, I'm using up the last of my vouchers. I had £13.40 left. I've bought all this, so we've got 2 malted wheats, we've got a couple of milks for Chris, a couple of vegetable soups for him to take to work. The I Can't Believe is reduced at £1.25 at the moment. Vitalite is on the Shopmium app, where if you buy this in Tesco's, it's normally £2. Reduced on a club card price to £1.70, £1 cash back with Shopmium, couldn't think then, brain gone. So ultimately it cost me 70p, noodles for 35p each, plant butter because it is reduced to £1.25 at the moment, so that's a really good price. And not from Tesco's, from Marks and Spencer's, on the Sparks card, we got a free croissant. So that'll be going to Chris. So ultimately, we have spent all the Tesco's money. This cost us £12.35. I did have £13.40 left. I wrote £12.40 on my shopping list to remind me, and then when I saw it when I was at the till, I realised it was £13.40. So the other pound that was left, £1.05p was left, that went towards the toilet rolls that we bought. So ultimately, the shopping, the food for Tesco's, 0. Well, first of all, that was a bit of a weird video to edit. If you can look at my eyes, you can see that my eyes are not looking so great. It's taken me about 5 goes to get to this point in this video. For those of you who don't know, my beautiful boy Archie passed away. So it was quite hard for me to watch. Oh, excuse me. I'll be back in a minute. So some of you might think, why show a video where you're getting upset? Well, this is my life. This is a vlog and a video series about what I do, my life, our family, our pets, etc, etc. So there we go. Anyway, it was all very peaceful. It was all good. It was the right time. Anyway, deep breath. Back on with the main focus of the video. I will be fine. On a lighter note, did you see the bananas that I talked about in the video? They're still green. I think I'm just going to give up on them and throw them in the freezer because I don't think they're going to ripen. But there we go. Anyway, on about how much we spent. So we had all those vouchers. Ultimately, we didn't spend all of the vouchers. The Waitrose ones didn't even get touched and we ended up with £1.18 left over that went on other little bits and bobs that we did, you know, sundries that we bought while we were out and about. So I'll put a link to any of the videos that I talked about in the description box. The focaccia that I mentioned, I have made into a video, and it will be coming after this video. Can I just say though, thank you to all of those people who commented on Archie's Instagram post. You were all so kind. No, I'm not going to go again. You were all so kind. Your words were beautiful. He loved them. I loved them. Thank you so much. Bit of a strange end to a grocery haul video, I know. But this is life. This is real life. So thank you for watching. November we'll be back to doing normal groceries, just normal hauls, unless I actually come across some more fabulous vouchers or fabulous deals. So thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time.